Beauty, like health, is often in the mind of the beholder. We say mind because something like beauty is entirely dependent on perception. And in Edmonton, Alberta, beauty pageant officials decided to acknowledge that. They asked a blind man if he'd like to be a judge for the Miss Alberta and Miss Teen Alberta competitions. It took Harold Grace a split second to decide. Inner beauty is something he is in a position to judge. He's a local fundraiser for civic projects in Edmonton, and Harold Grace says he was thrilled to be asked.
I went home and discussed it with my wife, and after I picked her up off the floor, then she said, well, you've done lots of different things in your life, Harold. Why not try another one? So I agreed to do it.
What does beauty sound like? I mean, what does a fetching candidate sound like to you?
You can tell a softness of a voice just in terms of if someone's laughing. Like, my wife's quite a bubbly individual, just to give you an example, and you listen to that in the people's different voices. You also listen to where the direction of their voice is coming from, so that if I'm asking them a question, you can judge if they're facing you or if they're kind of looking around and really bored with really answering your question. When the contestants came in from a tile floor to a rug floor, you kind of can listen to their footsteps, if they're heavy or light. Also, you can tell from a handshake. If they have a firm handshake, most people with firm handshakes have a reasonable amount of confidence. If they've got kind of like a wimpy handshake, either they're nervous or just wimps.
Wow, you've got a catalog of stuff. You lost your sight just 15 years ago. How old are you?
51.
So has your definition of beauty changed since the days when you had vision?
Yes, I would say that it's probably changed probably somewhat before that, because as you get older, other things about personalities and people are much more important than the physical element than when I was a teenager in your early 20s before you're married and all those kinds of things.
What did your wife think of your selection?
Oh, she said if I had selected anybody else, she would have killed me.
Let me ask you, what is your definition of beauty?
Well, I think my definition of beauty is someone who's reasonably outgoing, full of fun, laughter, just someone who shows caring and true sensitivity.
Well, we think that you have evinced a lot of all of that, and we really thank you for being here with us today.
Well, thanks for having me.
Harold Grace. He was a judge in this year's Miss Alberta and Miss Teen Alberta beauty pageants. He spoke to us from the Edmonton studios of the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation.